Welcome to the show. I'm Craig Shelton. This is The Cut, HMW, Houston Media Watch. That is the organization that you can find me participating in and doing my thing with. Why don't you check us out on the blog at HoustonMediaWatch.com. We out at Reliance Stadium, as you can clearly see. This is actually post-game activities of the Houston Texans versus Tennessee Titans. Texans took care of business, obviously, over the Titans, going 2-0 on the season and going 1-0 in divisional play. A very important victory, a very exciting game. Obviously, we'll go through some of that with you here on the show today. Texans did take care of business, as I said, 30-24, in case you been hiding under a rock somewhere this week and just didn't hear about what happened out at Reliance Stadium last Sunday. Awesome contest. And, man, we got a lot to talk about with that. Former Houston Texan Bernard Pollard comes back home to Houston, and boy, is he heard loud and clear. DeAndre Hopkins, Texas rookie wide receiver out of Clemson, says hello to the NFL and makes everyone paying attention understand that he is the truth. Yes, the Texans have a true number one receiver right next to their all-world, all-pro, future Hall of Fame receiver Andre Johnson. DeAndre Hopkins, folks, is the real deal. We'll talk something about that. We'll go back to you and take another look at the review of the numbers for the week with the Texans versus the Titans, and we'll also take a look at some key things with the Texans in regard to their upcoming matchup with the Baltimore Ravens in Baltimore. Again, folks, HoustonMediaWatch.com. Go check out the blog. My man Richard Big Walker, Lamont, all of the guys, Angelo Lawford, Jermaine, Sean Garza, all of the guys that contribute with HMW and all the other guys. I didn't name everybody. Hey, we're a big family over at HoustonMediaWatch.com. Also, obviously, on the show today, we always give it to you from the tailgates and show you folks how much fun and just how we like to get down here in Houston, Texas, and support the team. You know, get behind the Houston Texans and get out and have some fun. And we love going out at the Raging Bull tailgate. And we've told you folks before, if you want to see us come by your tailgate and party with you, we'll be happy to come by and shoot some of the show there. You can reach me on Twitter at Craig Shelton HMW. You can reach me on Facebook at Craig HMW Shelton. Facebook, Craig HMW Shelton. Twitter, Craig Shelton HMW. Or you can always shoot us an email at HoustonMediaWatch@yahoo.com. So we'll have some good footage for you folks coming from the tailgates of my man DJ Tony Mix, who is also a part of the HMW family. Matt Schaub, 26 of 48 last Sunday for 298 yards. Also Matt Schaub with 3 touchdowns. Also Matt Schaub with 2 interceptions. One being a pick six. Well, quite frankly, DeAndre Hopkins, rookie receiver, and Matt Schaub had and we'll quote DeAndre Hopkins on this, a miscommunication. Looking at that particular play, I was convinced that, and giving Matt Schaub the benefit of the doubt, that the rookie had to have taken the wrong route and caused Matt Schaub to throw that pick six interception. But in hindsight and having an opportunity to look at the play a couple of times, and being that DJ Swearinger didn't take it upon himself to say, no, it was me. I blew it, and he just said it was a miscommunication. I put 2 and 2 together on that, and I'm not going to say it was on Matt Schaub, but definitely I think it's fair to wonder, and if maybe Matt Schaub was completely to blame for that errant play, where it really put the Texans in a bind, but obviously they were able to overcome that at this point. Jake Locker, 17 for 30, 148 yards, 2 touchdowns, and no interceptions. Don't look now, folks, but with the intensity of that Tennessee defense, with the improved offensive line, Tennessee has always been a tough physical football team, even when they're bad football teams. Don't just take it for granted that the Texans are going to just run dead sled over Tennessee and sweep them on this season series. Indianapolis, particularly in Indianapolis, is going to give the Texans all they can handle. The Texans still haven't won a football game in Indy in the history of the franchise, so they haven't gotten over that hurdle yet. So that's definitely no guarantee. So the Texans could easily find themselves, if you give them the benefit of the doubt, and assume that they will sweep the series with the Jacksonville Jaguars. I still see a scenario where the Texans could find themselves losing 2 games of those 6 that they play against divisional opponents and find themselves going 4-2 in the division race this season, this 2013 NFL season for the Texans, which is very respectable. But I think many folks are under the assumption that the Titans are a worse football team than what they are, and they're just not. I mean, they're not as bad a football team as you give them credit for. And if Jake Locker is on that natural progression of improving, hey, tighten up your belt, Houston Texans. You had better be ready to deal with the Tennessee Titans when you make that trip to Tennessee to take on the Titans on that home turf up there. Chris Johnson of the Tennessee Titans had 26 carries for 96 yards against the Texans in that loss. And I mentioned that statistic because the Houston Texans offensive line, for the second week in a row, has had some issues with being consistent. And I talked to Dwayne Brown. You'll see that interview with Dwayne Brown tonight on the show. Dwayne Brown came up a little bit limp, on his with a foot injury. I don't know how serious it is. Maybe by the time this show is viewed on Wednesday, maybe by then the Texans will have released something and we have a better idea. I talked to Dwayne. He said he'll be fine. But Dwayne was plain in saying, including himself, that we need to improve. We have got to get more consistent in our play on the offensive line. So we will definitely, we'll show you that interview with Dwayne a little bit later. We had an opportunity tonight to talk to Houston Texans defensive coordinator, the man himself, Wade Phillips. Had a chance to talk to him and get a few questions in with him. And we'll show you that here in just a moment. And also with Kareem Jackson. Kareem Jackson victimized, again, by the time you see this show, likely will have already been fined by the NFL on a play that, hey, you just got to hit low in this league. I can see it now. Had Kareem Jackson went low on that guy, on that kid, and took his knees out and he was injured, with also another Texas player being involved in the play, people wouldn't have taken very kind to that either. So what I want you folks to do is, I'm trying to look over there at my time and see how much time I got left in this segment, because I want to get up out of here and give you guys enough time to see the video that I talked about with Wade Phillips, and also the video interview that we talked to Kareem Jackson. I think you'll be interested in the comments that they had to say. So we're going to throw to that stuff right now, let you hear Wade Phillips and Kareem Jackson, and then right after that we'll come back and we'll have more Texans talk for you folks right here on The Cut with Craig Shelton.
You know, we need to play better, but then as we got a feel for them as the game went along, and I thought our run defense got better and better, and I think that made a problem for them.
Coach,
we played outstanding on third down.
Would you talk about the young players, how they're developing, the continuity of the secondary overall?
Yeah, I mean, we had another game where they didn't make any yardage passing. So, but the third downs were the key. We didn't play well on third down last week, and I thought we really played well on third down this week.
What you talked about the safety by Jones?
Yeah, it was a big play, certainly. It put us 6 points ahead, and gave us the ball basically at midfield. So, they were in a power. The stuff they ran early in the game, they were in the same thing, and Joe made an outstanding play.
So tell us about you were getting stopped and you had to get him in the second half.
Yeah, that's except for that one drive, I don't think they made a first down on any of the other ones. So, we let down one series. We just can't do that. But other than that, I thought we played really well.
What effect is Brian Cushing having on the rest of the linebacker crew?
Well, anytime you have an outstanding player, it's going to help everybody else. But I thought Joe played well. I think Webb played well. I think our backers played pretty well. So we did contain a guy that's a big time threat.
Did you have to hold Antonio Smith back a little bit today? As far as, pretty sure he was pretty excited to get back out on the field.
Yeah, he was excited. I think he lined up offside a couple of times, and we had to move him back. But he was excited. We had a good rush on the guy. I thought we put a lot of pressure on him. Obviously, JJ is a star, but we had a lot of good pressure on him, and that carries well for the next games.
Do you think Kareem is going to have some negative repercussions, like a fine or a possible suspension when you hit on him, right?
I don't think he'll be suspended, but I mean, he did hit him. You got to go low. I mean, you just got to hit lower. So, I thought they had one on us too, but they didn't call it. So.
Thank you. Kareem, look, I just want specifically in regard to the hit today. You expecting any repercussion from that from the league office?
No. Hope not, man.
Hope not.
Like I told the guys earlier, man, it was a bang play. You know what I mean? Who knows? No flag. He fumbled, we get the ball. So it's bang play. No tight game. I'm just out there trying to play ball, man. I mean, I'm not trying to be dirty. I'm not a dirty player. That's not my, my personality on off the field. So, like I said, just trying to play ball. That's all.
Yeah, I think the reputation is going on just in regard to your physical play, not nothing dirty.
Right.
But in regard to your physical play, do you feel like that is bringing more attention your way from the officials?
I don't think so. I don't think so. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Who knows? Like I said, I'm just out there trying to play ball. Being physical is one of the things, I pride myself, doing. So, I'm not going to change how I play. I'm going to keep playing, and, we'll have to see tomorrow, and hopefully it go my way.
Let's talk about one of your teammates on the other side of the ball real quick. I mean, you being a cornerback, to see the type of performance that DeAndre Hopkins was able to put up late in the game and really carry the team on the offensive side of the football. Just talk a little bit about that.
And DeAndre has an incredible physical ability, and he showed that today. He's a big-time player, even though, he's a rookie, but, we expect him to make those plays, and he does. He definitely, shows what he can do. Definitely, I guess they gain a lot of confidence in DeAndre. So, him on the other side of Andre, Andre's gonna get a lot of attention, so he's gonna have a lot of opportunity to make plays like that, and he made them today. So, like I said, we expect that out of him.
And you think things are progressively going in the right direction? We got a couple of young guys back there at the safety position, and with DJ and Shallow, how you feel about the progression with the secondary?
Yeah, I think we're going in the right direction. I'm not really sure what they had past today, but I think we had to put a solid day. Might be a couple of plays we left out there, but hey, that's what going back and watching the film for. We'll correct it, and we'll keep going on to the next game.
All right, we appreciate it, man.
I appreciate it.
Good luck. All right, we talk to you.